it just made a couple people a little bit nervous because this is something we don't get.
Okay.
How's it going, guys? Watching the Watchman here, out with Amagansett Press, here in Blanding, Utah, and today we're at the Blanding Post Office. As usual, we're going to take some video here on the public sidewalk and see if the folks here respect our First Amendment right to do so. So let's see how it goes. So you can see right into the retail area right here. So you guys will see on the map I always put in the video at the beginning, we're going to zoom in on where we are. But Blanding is a little town out in the middle of nowhere in southeastern Utah. It's got some people pulling in here. I'm sorry?
What are you doing?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What were you saying?
Sorry, what are you doing?
Oh, just taking a video. Just, you know, whatever you see. Whatever's around.
Is that your truck?
No, it's not my truck.
Oh.
She took pictures of that truck and the license plate.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, she's taking pictures of some random person's license plate thinking it's us. Post office vehicle going by there.
Almost like she perked up and gave us a little wave.
She's sitting there filming me.
She gonna take a video of?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm okay with that. Utah, Y571GC.
Oh, and it is Utah. Yeah. Where's her front plate?
No front plate, yeah. I saw that. Thought I was back in Arizona for a second.
Yeah. So let's see what can be seen from the side of the building here. So I guess this is our little parking lot and loading dock over here. I don't know if you guys can see that. There is an employee at the counter now. And looked like he was staring at me pretty hard. What's back there? Just another way into the parking lot?
Yeah, and this is, you know, mail drop off there, so it's absolutely accessible. There's no restricted signs. There's a one-way sign here.
Yeah.
So you can definitely go back there. It's a public
let's see what we can see over here. So this looks like it's the P.O. box area through here. And one of these drive-through mail drop-off things. And now we're in the employee parking lot back here, and still haven't seen anything saying restricted, so might as well go through here and do a lap around to the other side of the building. Oh, this looks like that guy was gonna sit down there and decided not to. Guy that was staring at us before. Looks like that's his office or something, I guess. So it doesn't seem like he's coming out to say anything yet. We'll see if he does. But he's definitely very sketchy, his behavior, I would say. Oh, there he is, staring at us out the window. I think I just saw that guy scuttle by on the phone.
Really?
Yeah. So this could be the police. Looks like a Ford Explorer coming through here. Yeah.
How are you doing, man? I've had some people just concerned, wondering if you're...
Right here, you saw.
Oh, sorry. We just had a couple of calls. You know, people are just worried about the cameras and just, it's just something we don't get.
Can I ask what your name and badge number is? So I know who
Yeah.
I'm speaking to?
My name is JJ Bradford. Badge number is 3Z1. Just thought we'd just check on you. Make
3Z1. Thank you. Appreciate
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just thought we'd just.
Well,
make sure.
oh, you're the chief.
Yeah.
Oh, very
just thought
cool.
we'd come by and say hi to you and make
I
sure
guess a
things are good.
little Blandford, the chief, Blanding. I'm sorry, the chief comes out if you're available.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, we just wanted to make sure things are good here. And
That's what we're doing. We're trying to make sure things are good here too.
good enough then.
Yeah. So we're, how's life in Blanding? I got to keep
Blanding.
looking. I do a lot of traveling. I don't even
Right.
know what state I'm in half the time.
No, Blanding's pretty good.
It seems like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part, we're pretty quiet. We do have issues occasionally, but like any town does. So.
Right.
But we're good. So.
How long have you been chief?
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
And how long were you on the force before that?
I've got 20 years in total now.
20 years. Good for
Yeah.
you. Are you originally from Blanding?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
I always appreciate having a local guy be in charge of what's happening with law enforcement
Yeah,
in
you
the
kind
area.
of get a local perspective and know what the local people want and.
Right.
how they
Flip
react.
side of that is you know everybody that's not from here. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can spot everybody
Yep,
a mile away.
for sure, so.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right.
So I got to ask, did was it customers that called you? Was it the post office? Both?
The post office is the one that called us. They had customers calling and telling us about it.
I got you.
So,
Okay.
they just wanted to make sure that you guys were good. And
So as far as you're concerned, no issues?
I don't see any problems. I mean, there's no problem filming, and it's just, you have the right to film.
Cool.
I have no problem with it. So.
Alrighty. And what we do is I stay outside for a little while. Try to get, I always got to get Old Glory in the video.
Right.
And just try to get, some B-roll footage of people going in and out. Love it when there's like a post office vehicle that goes in and out. We get that. But eventually, at some point, we do go inside. I buy a stamp, that kind of thing. So that's our intention.
Perfect.
So I don't know what the postal employee is, what his perspective is on that, but
Yeah, I think it just made a couple people a little bit nervous because this is something we don't get.
Okay.
So
which is good.
Right, and they're just looking out for the locals, make sure this day and age you just never know what's gonna
Very cool.
happen. So.
And I always say, especially the chief, I always like to say that law enforcement, even the employees at a public facility, they're in a very unique position. You're in a very unique position because the general public kind of looks to you for guidance on how to behave and what to approve of and what not to approve of. So when you guys show up, and I'm just saying that in general across the country, wherever I may be, the people that called inside the post office or the customers or whoever are looking for your reaction. So then if you go inside, tell them, no, these guys are fine, they have their right to be here, everything's fine, it generally smooths out and ends that way. If I have an officer that shows up, says, no, they don't want you here, you guys get, then everybody just gets up in an uproar, you have mayhem, and then, you know how it is, once you escalate things, it's very hard to bring them back down.
Yes, it is.
So it's very important to keep things, and I can tell you're that kind of guy by your soft-spoken demeanor.
You don't get anywhere by coming in shouting and demanding stuff.
No, very cool.
What's going on?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah.
All right.
Very cool.
I'll just go let them know that things are good here.
Well, I might as well buy my stamp at the same time when we'll go in.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Cool.
So.
Very cool. Do you have a card on you by any chance?
I don't have any cards. I'm all out. I can give you. I can write on a piece of paper.
You know what it is? We do. Like I go in and buy a stamp, and I keep the receipt, and the stamp is kind of like a memento of my trip. So usually, if I speak to a chief or a higher up, I always try to get a business card.
I've got cards on the way. I'm all run out and.
Gotcha.
I didn't get them.
Everybody knows you anyway, so.
Around here, most people do, yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
So.
That's cool. All right, yeah, so we'll go in and educate these folks and let them know there's nothing to worry about. Very cool.
Hey, don't forget about your in the post office.
I need to give up my ass.
Oh yeah, and you know what? You want to do me a huge favor while we walk in there? Can I pop my friend here on your seat because I can't take it into federal property?
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. Very cool. I'm glad my son here just reminded me.
Yeah.
I would have walked in with the chief of police violating federal law. That would have been interesting.
Wouldn't that been fun?
I don't even have to take it out of the holster. It's right. Cool. Appreciate that. Very cool.
So where are you guys from?
Colorado.
Okay.
Yeah. And I got to say, it's wonderful to meet a guy like you, and we, you know, because we're fully aware of the divide between law enforcement and the citizenry in this country.
Right.
And one of the main goals of what we do is to try to close that gap, just through simple dialogue and conversation. I think I'm one of those people that thinks if you're talking about it, you're doing something about it. So.
There we go.
After you, Watchman.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey, Scott. Not much. You guys are good. They're just taking some videos.
I just, some customers were complaining, didn't want to get out of their cars, so I figured I'd better call and find out what the heck's going on.
No, they're good. They're just.
And it's important, you know what, because we don't want to put anybody in fear or make anybody apprehensive or anxious. So it's very important. I was just talking to the chief about how important it is, your position as a public employee.
Yeah.
People look to you for guidance, and they kind of gauge what they do based on your behavior. So if you start yelling at a couple of guys with cameras, they're going to start trying to get your back and yell it out, which you didn't.
We've been told don't confront people if anyone's filming, so I'm not going to confront anybody.
Very good.
So,
no, but just beyond that, you hold the power to either excite everybody or keep everybody calm. So maybe we're here today to remind you of that and just, you know, wield that power judiciously. You know, no, you really do. You're in a unique position. Are you the postmaster?
I am.
You are, cool. Well, very good to meet you.
Nice to meet you
We
guys.
appreciate you. I'm glad we got the chief here and the postmaster here, so case settled.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Very cool. All right, good. Well, I'm sorry, your name was Scott?
Scott Middleton, yeah.
Scott Middleton, thank you, Scott. You've been very professional. We appreciate you. No issues with you calling the police. You're just being diligent. We appreciate that.
I don't, you know, I've seen other people film before, and I normally wouldn't say anything, but I had a couple customers that were like, hey, what are those guys doing? And one lady didn't want to get out of her car, so I was like, I better call them. Just make sure everything's on the up and up.
Gotcha, and nothing wrong with that. All right, buddy.
Thank you.
Very much.
Thank you, JJ.
And while I'm here, I'm going to buy a stamp. Chief, pleasure meeting you.
Nice to meet you.
We appreciate you. Thank you very much.
You just need one?
Actually, you know what? Yeah, do you have 2 seconds so I can buy a stamp?
Yeah, I'm not
Right
gonna
on? Yeah,
run
just
over
one
here.
stamp, sir. Thank you.
guys.
As much as I like that.
Need something for
God, you
the
know, I'm not gonna get from it.
scrapbook, you know? And I'll take the receipt too, because I put it with it, please.
Out of 5.
I'll tell you what, this has branding's been an excellent stop. We appreciate you, gentlemen. You know, it really makes a difference how the powers that be run their town. City, is it a city or a town?
City.
There's 4:45, and let me print your receipt.
Thank you, Scott. And again, we really appreciate you. Can't tell you enough.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Have a good
Scott.
day.
Have a wonderful day.
You too.
Good to meet you.
Thank you, JJ.
Yep.
After you, sir.
Thank you.
Well, you made your city here look wonderful. Yeah.
One a few times maybe.
No, nothing wrong. No, you know what? Based on your attitude and your demeanor here today, I doubt it's one of the few times you've made your city look good.
Yeah, well,
I'm sure you've done it once or twice before.
We try to make people
Thank you.
feel welcome and not
Yeah, no, well, that's great. That's, you know, and that's the way it should be.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I'm sure, you know, you guys are a pass-through town here.
Yeah, we get a lot of traffic. I mean, we have all the monument stuff they've talked about.
Right. Yeah,
get
we
a
were
lot
just
of-
in Bluff.
Okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, you
Yeah.
live in a beautiful part of the country.
Yeah, it's wait till it greens up just a little bit. It doesn't get too much greener, but
Yeah, a little
desert
bit, right?
stuff, so-
Yeah, and then you get the contrast with the red dirt and everything.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's hard to beat. So
Well, and you know what I'm going to do, which I don't always do? Do you want to write it down? Because it's a long name, but I'll give you my information so you know where the video can be seen. It's actually an old Indian word. It's the name of the village that I'm originally from in New York.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it means place of good water.
I like that.
Yeah. So it's Amagansett Press. It's AMA GANSETT. Second word, press. And then my son's is Watching the Watchmen. Easy.
I like that.
Yeah. And I really can't thank you enough. You have no idea how important it is for, you know, I always like to say, I'll ask you the question, what's a good police officer's worst enemy?
Bad press.
A bad cop.
Well, yeah, you're right, but that generates a lot of bad press.
Right. And I'm assuming, you being the chief, I'm hoping that you probably don't have any bad cops here. I don't know how big your force is.
We have 5 total, including myself,
Okay.
for Blanding, and then we've got San Juan County that's got 2 crews of, well, they just changed, they incorporated with Monticello City, so they, not incorporated, but Sheriff's Office took over the law enforcement stuff for the city of Monticello.
Okay,
So,
gotcha. So Monticello used to have a PD?
yeah, they were at 4 years ago, then they went down to 3, and then they were down to 2, and
Gotcha. They're just not paying enough.
not paying enough, and just sometimes being a cop in small town is tough.
It is, I'm sure, yeah.
So-
Yeah, you would, you know, from an outsider's point of view, you say, oh, this is great. We probably have nothing to do. You can drink beer at lunchtime, but I know it's not
You can't
that
even buy
way.
a beer in town here.
Really?
Yep,
Oh, is it really?
we're a dry town.
Dry town,
We
gotcha.
have a lot of problem with alcohol, so
Yeah, I bet.
can't even-
Yeah.
So Watching the Watchmen, is that M-E-N or M-E-N?
MEN.
MEN.
Okay.
No, it's warming up again out here.
Yeah.
Gotta put my hood on.
Just wait 5 minutes and it'll change again.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't like the weather, cross the street, right?
Yep, exactly. Oh, right on.
But no, it's fantastic. And do you ever travel outside of Blanding to like law enforcement conventions and that kind of thing? And
Before COVID, yeah. You know, we hit some of the training conventions in Vegas and Salt Lake. And
hopefully that'll come back.
yeah,
Yeah.
we needed to come back.
So the reason I ask you that is to just, you know, have the talk with your fellow officers about the thing I really try to push is because we really want that we believe in good policing.
Right.
And I know there's a lot of wonderful police officers in this country.
Yep.
There's also a lot of guys not so much.
I would have to agree.
And another unique position that you're in is to be able to police those guys, and not just as the
Yep.
chief, just regular officers. And I always say, I'm not asking anybody to blow up anybody's life.
Mhm.
You know, nobody wants to destroy somebody's career.
Exactly.
But if there's anybody that's not doing the right thing, they need to be taken in the locker room and spoken to and straightened
Agreed.
out and get this thing to stop so it doesn't, you know, because it's not doing you any favors.
No, it makes my life miserable.
Right. And same thing for us. It makes
Yeah.
the citizens' lives miserable.
Exactly.
You know, there's some guys out there that are brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, really, yeah, really bad. So,
Yeah,
you know,
I think we're pretty fortunate around here. We've got a lot of good level-headed guys and things are good.
well, it starts at the top, and it seems like that's the way it goes.
So, yeah, I hope we can keep it that way.
Yeah. Well, I can't thank you enough. We really
Yeah.
appreciate you.
Thank you for coming by and being willing to explain what you do. I like it. So.
Very cool. And I'll probably put this up tomorrow, so keep an eye out for it. Just go to YouTube. If you go to YouTube and type in AMAG, I'll be the first thing that pops up.
All right.
All right, buddy.
Sounds good.
Thank you
Take
so
care.
much. You have a wonderful day.
You too.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All righty.
Have a
Take
good
care. Better than that.
Well, all right, guys. You saw how that went. I mean, you know, what else can you ask for from a small town like this? This is a great outcome here. We got to speak with both the chief of police and the postmaster for this post office, and at the end of the day, our rights were upheld, and I think we had a very productive conversation here. Hopefully the citizens here, next time someone's taking video at a public building, they won't freak out as much as they did. And hopefully the post office won't call the cops next time. And even if they do, hopefully all the officers under Chief Bradford there know the law and will respect the public's right to take video in public. And we can't ask for anything more. I think there's a great outcome. We actually spoke to the chief of police, as you saw. That's not a frequent occurrence, and I guess that's the benefit of doing this in a small town, is that there's a much smaller police force and smaller population, and by doing this, you know, everyone in the town's probably gonna know that we were here when they see the video in such a small town, and hopefully we made a difference and changed the perception of the public here about taking video in public. So if you like this video, you appreciate what we do, and you want to see more of these videos, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let us know what you think in the comments. And if you have any feedback for the post office or the police department, police chief, all that contact info will be in the description. And I always like to emphasize, you don't have to only call up places when they do something wrong or violate our rights. You can call them up and congratulate them for how they handled the situation, and we encourage you to do that. So, watching The Watchman, out with Amagansett Press, Blanding, Utah Post Office. See you on the next one, guys.